As the rain hammered down on the windshield, John's knuckles whitened as he gripped the steering wheel. The winding road seemed to stretch endlessly into the darkness, and the only sound was the relentless patter of raindrops. His mind wandered to the argument he had with his wife earlier that evening. He wished he hadn't stormed out, but the tension had been unbearable. Now, all he wanted was to be home, to apologize, to make things right. Suddenly, a figure appeared on the road ahead. John slammed on the brakes, heart pounding. It was a woman, her clothes drenched, hair plastered to her face. She staggered towards the car, her eyes wild with fear. Without thinking, John flung open the door and called out to her, offering help. But as she drew closer, he froze in horror. Her face was twisted in agony, her mouth stretched into a silent scream. Before he could react, she vanished into thin air. Shaken to the core, John sat trembling in his car, wondering if he had imagined it all. But then he noticed something on the passenger seat beside him, a familiar necklace belonging to his wife. With dread creeping over him, he glanced in the rearview mirror, and there she was, sitting in the back seat, her eyes hollow and empty. But his wife was at home, waiting for him. As realization dawned, icy fingers of terror gripped John's heart. He slammed his foot on the gas pedal, desperate to escape the nightmare unfolding around him. But the rain kept falling, and the road stretched on into the darkness with no end in sight. With each mile, John's panic escalated. The rain seemed to intensify, drumming against the car like a malevolent symphony. He dared not look back, fearing what horrors awaited him in the rearview mirror. As he rounded a bend, the headlights caught something in the road ahead, a figure motionless and pale. John's heart lurched as he realized it was himself, slumped lifeless against the guardrail. A guttural scream tore from his throat as he realized the truth. He was already dead, trapped in a nightmarish loop, condemned to relive this terrifying drive for eternity. The rain continued to fall, washing away any hope of escape as the darkness swallowed him whole. If you enjoyed this story, feel free to subscribe and share.